What's going on YouTube? Daxy Leader here with a sort of different video. Here we have a UU Open live tournament battle between my good pal Wet Eddie, aka Justin, who is the coach of the Kentucky Crocodiles in the CPL, and he made finals, versus PDC, who has the status of being an SPL player. So there you go, Smackdown Premier League. So yeah, this is bound to be a pretty good game. This is my first live narration. I just wanted to try a video like this, see how I do talking about a video live, and I wanted to do a battle that I wasn't actually playing in first. Alright, so looking at both their teams, we see a Volcanion from Justin's side, which I haven't seen too much of myself. Looks like he's got a potential U-turn core in Hydreigon and Gliscor. That Draco would not have killed unless he's Specs, I don't think. So yeah, and the fact that, and based on how Justin just goes right for the rocks, probably means this is a pretty Spadef invested Gliscor. And as PDC reveals the Defog Hydreigon, which you don't see too often, turn 1 Defog is an interesting play. Or turn 2, so yeah, this is clearly, this is nowhere, it's not choiced, and it's not Life Orb either. We don't know if it's Life Orb because he missed the Draco, okay. So yeah, good play going into Muck, free pursuit damage, because you know he's switching out. Can't touch the Muck, most likely. Gets in Aggron to Mega Evolve versus the Muck, gets rocks up, they sort of trade rocks right here. Oh, and it's Z Hydreigon with devastating Drake, but Gliscor hangs on. That's what I said. That's what I thought it was a Spadef Gliscor. I was right about that. And yeah, he just roosts that off. Takes a net damage of like 28. And easy back into Muck as Hydreigon roosts. So, looking at this set, it's devastating Drake, Roost, Defog, and I guess Dark Pulse. It's probably more of a defensive set. Shows the Fire Punch, doesn't matter, he could have revealed that whenever his opponent does not have a Scizor, so it's not like you have to save that as a surprise or anything. Fire Punch is pretty common on Muck, especially Assault Vest variants, which I think this is because it kept on coming in on Hydreigon. Easy back out into Gliscor. Justin can recover off here, he can potentially taunt. But seeing how this is like, yeah, no, he's revealed his solo set. He's U-turn, Roost, Stealth Rock, and then obviously Earthquake. So he's probably gonna Roost right here. There you go. Latias comes out. Nice dual dragons from PDC's side as PDC goes into Suicune on the U-turn. U-turn was a no drop I play right there. And Suicune can, I don't know, I haven't seen too much of Suicune in UU. This, like, because in OU, if you see Suicune, it's pretty much definitely Vincoon. But in UU, Suicune can run a number of sets, really. On this kind of team, it doesn't have T-Spikes, so maybe it's just, like, a more bulky, like maybe a Rest Roarcoon or something, because if you have these dual dragons, especially levitating dual dragons, and a bulky steel type like Mega Aggron, a bulky water is really nice. So this is like some fat balance or bulky offense type of thing from PDC's side, and Eddie brought just I would call it offense, bulky offense probably. If he wants to win with Doublade, that's going to be tricky because of literally everything except the Latias and the Florges, I guess. Even, yeah. Yeah, because it can't set up on anything else, it can't Oko anything else. Not wanting to lose his leftovers, PDC goes into Aggron on the Muck, and there's nothing Muck can really do right here, but this lets him Gliscor for free. Like, sure, PDC can go for the heavy slam damage, but he's gonna run out of heavy slams soon enough, and Gliscor can just roost that off. A big crit right there, but it doesn't Oko. Gliscor can still get itself out of range, but what Justin is doing is leaving himself vulnerable to multiple crits, which will lose him his Gliscor, and that's a pretty big deal because that's kind of the only mon that can come in on the Mega Aggron, and potentially the Crocodile. He loses his only real knockoff switch in unless he has a Z-mon in the back. Volcanion comes out here on the Scald. It was that's a pretty good prediction. Pretty obvious though. Goes for a Steam Eruption of his own and gets the burn on the Suicune as Suicune reveals the rest like I thought. There you go. These two mons kind of wall each other indefinitely unless the Volcanion is Gracium. So I don't know what's gonna happen here. I guess PDC could go into Latias or Hydreigon. More likely Hydreigon if he wants to get the defog off. And yeah, in comes the Hydreigon as Justin just goes for another Steam Eruption. That does a lot and gets the burn as well. So Hydreigon can do any of three. It can attack it just to get damage on the Volcanion or defog. I think he's gonna defog though. Okay, he roosts just so he can take multiple hits. That makes sense. But yeah, that's always a free in Sylveon because you know that he has probably dual stab. Throws off a pretty free Hyper Voice, and in comes Florges. This, I would be surprised if it's a second defogger. I don't know why you'd run Florges over Sylveon. Maybe the speed, as Sylveon's able to Toxic that Florges, but it does reveal the Heal Bell, so that's not going to be such a big deal, as Justin's just trying to chip away at this Florges with Toxic and Hyper Voice damage, as he's going to Heal Bell. He woke up the Suicune earlier, that's why he was trying to get in Florges. And yeah, this does give Doublade a nice setup opportunity. It's going to threaten this thing out, but then Suicune or Aggron or even Crocodile could come in and then Doublade won't be doing much. So either he has something for the Suicune like Toxic, or although I don't know if that's a set, or he could go for a Sacred Sword predicting the Crook right here. But with the Intimidate, that's not even going to do a ton. Muck comes out, I guess expecting potentially Hydreigon, but that doesn't work out for him as he's forced to go into Gliscor right here on the Earthquake. And Suicune comes in, but Justin goes for the U-turn, so no momentum lost in those turns despite the misprediction. Justin can go out into well, the issue with this Suicune is that Justin has no grass or electric type moves on his team. He has nothing to immediately threaten and KO that Suicune. His main breaker is the Volcanion probably, which Suicune walls. So Justin reveals the defog Hydreigon of his own as Suicune is able to start setting up some Calm Minds right here. And yeah, Justin kind of has to go into Volcanion that walls the Suicune, but he can't really touch it back either. So, in the end, yeah, PDC's probably just gonna Calm Mind up the +6 and try to stall it out of PP, but Justin finally reveals the Bloom Doom, which does less than half. There goes his trump card right there. That was a little late, in my opinion. I think you should have clicked that earlier. So yeah, Volcanion's probably gonna end up getting stalled out of PP unless it crits. But yeah, Suicune's just gonna keep on going for Scalds because it doesn't even need any more boost. He has Rest, Calm Mind, Scald, and possibly Roar as his last. I'm thinking Roar. Not sure why Justin's switching around versus this thing. I mean, sure, you don't want to let your Volcanion get PP stalled, but going into Muck, unless that was a misclick, Sylveon makes a little bit more sense because it has a much more Spadef and can Toxic. Maybe he was trying to knock off and then realized he took too much damage or something. But Sylveon is going to be the same situation. Muck and Sylveon would be so good with Regenerator. So I guess he throws off the Toxic here. Wish, okay. Wish into anything except Doublade or Gliscor. Or Protect, sure. Yeah, so the Suicune's not doing a huge dent to Justin's team, but this isn't really going anywhere. This is kind of just a stall war, which Suicune, because of pressure, will always win. And okay, so he's wasting Scalds. He got the Toxic off. He has to force the rest now. Oh, good play, Solar Beam on the rest. You got a little bit more damage off, but as you can see, that doesn't even do 25. So I have no idea how Justin is gonna beat this Suicune now. Oh, it's Sleep Talk. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's Cocoon. He finally switches out of the Suicune on the Latias, not wasting any more time. If this is Tectonic Rage Latias, I'd go for it right here, because I think that'd be pretty cool. Here comes the Sylveon, Hidden Power. That's a neutral, I don't know, could be Hidden Power Ground. Most likely, yeah. I think it had to be Hidden Power Ground. No other... Yeah, I don't know what else would make sense right there. Latias has so much coverage that you don't really need any other, like unless it's Hidden Power Fire, which you wouldn't go for versus the Volcanion. I don't think that makes any sense. Unless he was predicting the Doublade. Because that might be Justin's only option now, is to just set up and overwhelm the Suicune before it's able to set up again versus him. So Sylveon can't set up a Wish right here. It's going to die to the next hit. So the obvious play is he has to switch out, I think, and preserve this as Death Butter, or he could just sack it now. As, yeah, he chooses to just sack it now, gets a nice chip on the Aggron, and this is going to be free rocks for PDC, or a rest, which is, yeah, that's good for him. And now he can get Florida's back in. Okay, I get the idea of this team. There's 2 Restmons and then Florida's Heal Bells. I still think a Sylveon would have been better though. As he passes the Wish into the Muck, he could Poison Jab here, but that lets in Aggron, or he could Pursuit, or Double. That's a nice play. Doubles into Doublade. And Doublade has to set up a lot to be able to touch this Aggron, and I'm pretty sure the Aggron revealed Earthquake, I want to say, so this is not the safest option right here. If you were hard expecting the Aggron, I would have gone into Volcanion, but I don't know. he could have predicted, like, that could have been a middle ground play. Anyway, yeah, goes for the Swords Dance, and Aggron doesn't want to let that set up, because Earthquake's not going to do a ton, but I thought Aggron would have been able to 1v1 this, I could be wrong. So Crocodile knocks it off, taking away its Violet, and goes down for that. I don't know if that trade is worth it. Crocodile has a lot of offensive utility this game. Earthquake hits like 4 out of the Mons. Sure, he has 2 of the best checks in Gliscor and Hydreigon, but if you can get rid of those 2, then Crocodile kind of went in. So we're back at this matchup here, Gliscor versus Aggron, and they're going to trade rocks as they have been doing this whole game. Yeah, this is where Justin's going to sack off the Sylveon as PDC switches into Suicune, predicting the sack possibly, but yeah, nice play going into Aggron, not letting your Suicune get knocked off, but Justin's doing what he can to not let that Suicune stay in and set up. Honestly, I don't really see Justin breaking PDC's team. I think it's going to be really hard for him. I think PDC's bulk is better than Justin's bulk. But then again, his PDC's offense is kind of lacking here. So there's not much PDC can do to Justin in return. I think he has to stall out. He has to get rid of the Volcanion, and then Suicune can win. Justin might just be banking for flinches right here with the Hydreigon. He gets burned. That's what you deserve that. No, kidding. But yeah, Suicune is just gonna rest Calm Mind, try to set up on this Hydreigon, which yeah, that might be. There you go. There. He said it. Yeah, I should have Z'd on the Suicune when I had the chance. Thought you would double, and yeah, that's what I thought. Justin just cannot break this man's team, and that's gonna be the game. Here we are back with game 2, which, to be honest, I didn't totally realize was happening. We're on the first turn. We're a little late. We're gonna catch up right here. Is that a Sash Nidoqueen, or did it just live on 1? Oh my gosh, that looks like it was EV'd to take that hit. That's crazy. So gets rid of Gliscor right there. That had to be intentional. Oh my god. So yeah, Justin has this nice full turn offense with Manectric, and PDC brings some like double water trapping. I don't really know. It looks like, I guess the team kind of struggles with Scizor, so Magneton is there to help out mostly Togekiss. I guess it's like probably Nasty Plot, Mono Air / Togekiss or something. So yeah, he just wants to get the hazards up. That goes into Nidoking to sack it. Calm Mind Latios starts going in, and the Empoleon can't stand up. He was probably, actually, that was a sack play / a Thunderbolt Scout play, I think. And he gets 1 flinch and the poison takes out the Latios. So that's a Scarf Togekiss, actually. Which means that Justin now gets a free Scizor, and he's I don't know if this is a 50-50, because he can, the Magneton's pretty obvious, right? So he can U-turn right here, but if he U-turns, then Togekiss gets a free Air Slash off, if it stays in. As he goes into Empoleon, which is, I don't like that play. I think you should have picked one or the other. I think you should have gone Magneton or stayed in with Togekiss. I don't know what Empoleon achieves here, because you have your rocks up already. You don't have rocks up on your own side, and this just lets in Manectric. and now he has a really hard time switching into Manectric. It's a Protect Empoleon. Interesting. I guess that's good for scouting, scouting like Scarf, Ice, something, blocking Trick or whatever. I haven't seen that before. So Manectric goes for Thunderbolt. It has coverage to take on the rest of this team. I think Manectric's gonna win this one if he gets his predictions right. Hydreigon comes out right here, and Justin goes into the Muck. If this is a Scarf Hydreigon, which is the most common set, I think then Muck is always the play right here. I think Justin should go for the knockoff on this turn, getting rid of any potential items. Removing a Scarf on this or the Togekiss would be really nice. Because he's confirmed Scarf Togekiss, maybe this Z Hydreigon. Devastating Drake, even with the crit, lives on 1%. That's crazy, just like the alright, just like the Nidoking, but I really feel like the Nidoking was intentional. I don't know. But yeah. So with the Z move plus the Dark Pulse, Hydreigon's able to take out that Muck right there, and knockoff's obviously not going to do anything because he wasn't holding an item. In comes the Scizor. Now, if this Hydreigon is the same set as last time, the Roost Defog Dual Stab Z set, then Scizor can potentially set up right here, or just go for damage with the Bullet Punch. But again, he has that Magneton, so actually, what I think, I would love to see a superpower right here, because, yeah, he has no switch-ins to a superpower Scizor. If this is choice banded, this game is looking really good for Justin. He has two potential win cons in that Umbreon and the Manectric, sorry. The Superior I don't see doing much. It can check the Slowbro, forcing that out. Oh, nice. U-turn on the Slowbro. There's no way that's banded. I refuse to believe that's banded damage. As Superior comes out here, forcing this Slowbro out, it's going to be back at full health with regen, but at least it can't set up anything. But that gives a free Scarf Togekiss to PDC. You could predict that and go Manectric. I like that play, actually. You know what? Yeah, no, go Manectric here, not Scizor, because Scizor risks the burn. I would definitely go Manectric here. Or, okay, so, yeah, Slowbro just stays in, Mega Evolves and dies to a Leaf Storm for some reason. I don't get it. But either way, Togekiss comes in and the Manectric gets in for free. So, like I said, PDC really does not have good switch-ins to this Mon. Manectric is such a hard Mon to switch into. In the UU tier, in Draft League, anywhere really, because Fire, Ice, Electric coverage is so good. But you don't often... In UU, it's a nice Mon, but in Draft League or in other tiers, you're not going to see Manectric because it's often outclassed. It wastes the Mega slot. And missed Air Slash means that Togekiss is not able to take out this Manectric. But that Thunderbolt does 80%. I don't know if that means this is like a slightly more bulky Scarf Kiss. I think that would make sense though. Maybe like a Scarf Trick Defog type of set with Air Slash and potentially Flamethrower last, or Aura Sphere. I don't know, not Aura Sphere, not in UU. Could even be Heal Bell, Tailwind, I don't know. So sacks off the Empoleon because I guess he's gonna try to get in Hydreigon in a second. I think that's the only play that PDC has right here. And none of these Mons, none of Justin's Mons beat Hydreigon. Well, none of them can Oko Hydreigon. Unless that's a Scarfed Scizor. But like I said earlier, because I think that this Hydreigon is dual stab Defog Roost, so then Scizor can still set up on it. And I wouldn't go hard here, I would probably sack Superior and then go into Scizor. But yeah, because like you don't want to risk the Magneton double, in my opinion. And if he does double into Magneton, then Serp is also a decent play. Get some damage off with a Hidden Power Fire, or even get a Leaf Storm off, because I don't think anything Magneton has can Oko a Superior. And then you can fire off a +2 Hidden Power Fire on either the Hydreigon or the Magneton. I think a +2 Leaf Storm would take out Hydreigon from this range, so that could work too. Opts to just go for the Hidden Power Ice and sacks my Neck Trick, which that makes me think that he's really confident in his Superior, or maybe that is a Choice Scarf Scizor. Yeah, that is a weird play to me. I thought sacking Superior was always a play. I think Manectric was much more of a win con here than Superior overall, because he just can't switch into it. And then Togekiss couldn't. Togekiss would kill from that range with an Air Slash, especially after Rocks, but Magneton probably couldn't, and he was faster than the Hydreigon, so just a little bit more chip on Hydreigon, and then Manectric would have been able to clean up, I think. Assuming it can Oko the Magneton with either... I don't know if Flamethrower would Oko it, but I think Overheat would Oko it. And then Togekiss would most likely drop to Thunderbolt. So, yeah, I don't totally get that play, but the way Justin wins right here is, I guess Serp comes in, Leaf Storms, or I don't know, because eventually the Magneton gets in, so PDC has to sack Hydreigon here, get in Magneton, because you don't sack Togekiss, you need Togekiss to beat Superior. Anyway, as I was saying, okay, so yeah, good, sacks the Hydreigon, that's the play. He goes for the Bullet Punch. I'm not sure if he's locked in. It's leftovers though, so that could be a mono-attacking Bullet Punch Scizor. Yeah, goes for the Bullet Punch again. He's trapped now, takes the Hidden Power Fire, just dies. And that's gonna be game, because, yeah, you can't kill this plus the Togekiss. As long as Togekiss hits an Air Slash, it's over. I don't even know if Magneton dies to this hit. Okay, no, it for sure will. So, a nice 1-0 win for PDC in Game 2. Oh, that's a Scarf Superior. I get. Oh my gosh! Yeah, he pulls it out. I get it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. That took me way too long to realize. Yeah. That was the way he won. I still think that Manectric was the way to go, because you risk the misses with the Superior Leaf Storms, but that was yeah, because he's Scarfed and confirmed faster than everything else, then those Leaf Storms were gonna kill. Yeah, gonna kill everything. Everything was in range of Superior as long as he hit. So we're gonna stand by for Game 3 right now. Alright guys, here we are with the third and final game of the UU Open Grand Slam series between Justin and PDC. You can see that this replay looks a little different from the other ones because this was actually sent to me by Justin himself.
Yo.
And yeah, he's here.
What's up?
I was getting there. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so here's how this is gonna work. I have not actually watched this game yet, so I'm gonna be reacting to things live, and then Justin can throw in any comments he wants to whenever. Alright?
Yeah. So basically, wait, let me just say something about game 1 and game 2. So first, the game 1, I got washed. So I lost 5-0 to a Crocoon because exterior reasons. Anyway, so this is game 3. I won game 2 with a Scarf Superior, and then this third game he has like this really powerful aggron balance team with like imagine that's DD Como, but yeah. So
his team looks pretty similar to the team he brought last time.
Yeah, I think he just switched out.
Yeah, it looks exactly the same action. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like a Steel Dragon, double dragons with a fairy type and a bulky water type.
Right.
Which is a thing you see a lot.
So basically, yeah, I'll just break down his team. Like when I first saw it, I was like, okay, so he has Crocoon / Vincoon. Like there's not really any other set that in UU that's ran. So it's like, okay, that's fine. And then the Aggron set, he had ran Aggron the first. I think he had Aggron every game. So I was like, maybe this one would have Avalanche. I don't really know. It didn't really matter to me. And then he had Lottie, and I didn't think that was going to be his Scarfer just because he had a Crocodile. Yeah. And as you'll see, that ended up later being his Scarfer. Spoilers. And then he has defensive Florges, I'm imagining, and then maybe like some Autotomi / DD Como set just for like late games. So I was like, all right, well, and I looked at his team and I'm like, okay, well, Sceptile puts in a lot of work because I'm Subsea DD or Subsea Dragon Pulse and Giga Drain.
I was gonna say Dragon Dance Sceptile. That's kind of whack.
No, that would actually be really bad in this matchup. But yeah, Leech Seed sub, and that puts in a lot of work versus like bulky Spadef mons, just like Florges. So. And then I have Z-Bat, Super Sonic Sky Strike, and then I have Lead, Focus Sash, Toxic Spikes, Stealth Rock, Nihilego, Choice Specs Mag, and then this is Scarf Lottie with, I have fully offensive Pip Out on with 3 attacks, and Slacko. I don't even have rocks on this thing. It's actually like really good for Aggron leads, so yeah, you'll see that, okay. So, you ready? I'll start it.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, play.
Okay.
Alright, so you lead off with the Hippowdon, expecting the Aggron. I got that.
Yeah.
And then I'm expecting you guys to just trade rocks here, but you go straight for the Earthquake. So he gets extra rocks to be expected.
Wait, hold on.
Pause?
You're going too fast, bro. Hold on, you're going too fast. Right.
Okay. You want me to put it on slow speed? Because I have it on fast. I'll put it on normal. Alright?
Yeah, just put it on normal, and then I'll just tell you I'm going to pause. So basically, I let off with Hippo because I didn't expect him to lead Suicune because I have a Magneton, I have a Sceptile. I just didn't think he was going to lead off with it. It'd be like a stalemate lead. So I figured he would want to trade rocks with me here. So I was just like, okay, I need to get chip on this Aggron. So yeah, I mean, you probably already saw it on your end. So yeah, I just go straight for an EQ. It does a 30 chunk. And I'm like, that's actually decent damage for an offensive Hippo because this thing is so fat. And so it does 30%, and then I'll play here. Next turn, he goes for rocks. And then I try an Ice Fang here, just for the off chance that he goes into Lottie, just trying to get more offensive pressure on me, like straight away.
Right.
So I was like, I lost a little bit of momentum off of it, but it's not that big of a deal. So I just Ice Fang here, and then he goes into Suicune, which is the best middle ground. So he goes Suicune, and then I'm like, okay, I need to get out of here. And I believe I go into Lottie. Yeah, I go into Lottie.
On the skull.
And on the skull. And fortunately, I don't get burned, which is fine. And then here, I believe I just... I doubled the Magneton, expecting him to want to go out into Florges / Aggron on my Lottie. So he goes into Florges, and in this position, I believe. Let me see,
You
what do I do
Flash
here?
Canyon.
Yeah, Flash Cannon here,
Yeah,
and
there's
then
no
Crocodile
reason not to.
takes
I mean,
80.
if
Okay,
Aggron
now on
comes
this
in-
play right here, dude, I wanted to stay in so hard on this pursuit that you'll see what's gonna come out.
Yeah.
I just couldn't lose mag too early. I knew he was gonna click pursue. There was
Yeah.
something inside me that just didn't let me do it. So I was like, okay, let me get out of here. I knew I could live it, so I get out of
There you
there,
go.
and he obviously pursues me, and I'm taken down to a bit low, which isn't that big of a deal. But then I
And
go
the
into
Powder
back into
comes back
yeah.
out. It can't really. This thing can't hurt you too bad. It could
Yeah.
knock off your leftovers at worst, but it's Scarf, right? Yeah, it's obviously Scarf.
Yeah, it's Scarf.
There you go. Yeah,
Or-
that was.
Yeah.
And then a nice double Interceptile forcing out Suicune.
Yeah,
And
so
the
I
Leech
double
Seed,
into
so
that,
that was a nice
and then-
series of plays right there.
Yeah, thank you. And I double into this on the Suicune, and then now I'm gonna
sub
Mega
on the
Evolve.
Lottie. Nice.
Or actually, didn't I Leech Seed here? Wait, what turn are you on?
I'm on turn 10. So you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I'm on turn 8. My bad. Okay, so yeah, turn 8. I Leech Seed on the floor, just obviously, and then because I expected him to switch out, sub on Lottie, and then obviously here I'm just gonna depulse. I mean, I could have double Leech Seeded, but I just didn't want to have him try and break it and then try and risk his Lottie and then be in a terrible position. So I just like
Right. Like,
depulse
sure.
on the.
Yeah, you lose, like, it's not, you don't get any damage off on the floor just, but you don't really
Yeah.
lose anything. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, the floor just comes back in. I'm like, okay, I'm behind a sub. I can put a Leech Seed up and get some health back. So that's exactly what I do. Fortunately, I hit it, and then he Moonblasts. I'm like, okay, I'm at a decent amount of HP. Obviously, I'm not going to stay in here and keep trading with this thing. So I
this
go
looks
into
like a free
Nihilego.
or Nihilego.
Yeah, and he drops me here, which is actually kind of bad because this means he can switch in easier with Latios/Suicune.
Yeah.
So here I was just like, I can just throw up rocks because obviously he's still not going to stay in. Like he can't really
Right.
touch me. So I think I throw up rocks here.
There you go.
Get up some late game
And
rocks.
back into the Paladin.
Aggro.
On a
Yeah, back into the
Toxic.
power. Yeah, he toxic me, so he definitely
Yeah,
read me
that
there.
sucks. Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't really have like another play. Like I wasn't going to stay
Right.
in and do 10% and try and sack it. So I was just like, okay, well he
I feel
got me
like
there, which
that's
is fine.
uncommon, right? Toxic on Aggron?
Toxic. They usually run toxic rocks, EQ,
Oh.
avalanche, or you can run like heavy slam over
Yeah.
the toxic.
You know
or
what?
no. Heavy slam is,
Maybe this is
Heavy
like
Slam's
more
still-
of an OU set, but I like the 3 attacks that like Heavy Slam, Fire Punch, Avalanche. Rocks.
that one is actually decent because it hits scissors as well.
Yeah.
Like usually what they are they're stealth rocks, heavy slam, earthquake, and then toxic slash like roar, thunderwave, anything like
Right.
that. So obviously he gets me here with the toxic.
And there's a lot of things it can do.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah.
here I predicted him to predict me to switch out. So I was just like, okay, let me stay in and get this earthquake off because I figured he might like heavy slam on my double into like a Magneton or try and
Right.
EQ on my Magneton. So
Yeah.
so I was like, let me stand and just get some damage off, and that's exactly what happens. He heavy
There you go.
slams here,
Put him on the
it
half.
bounces off, and so then here I'm gonna switch out because I know he's gonna switch out now because he fears it.
Yeah.
Right, so I go back
Yeah.
onto the
And then you
Heligo
can get some
on
T-Spikes.
boom, yeah, and then I get the T-Spike up.
Right.
Yeah, turn 15, T-Spike's up
And
now
he
versus
goes back into Aggron.
Yeah, he goes back into Aggron.
Chip with the rocks,
And then here, I think I just throw it out.
Gem chip. Yeah.
Yeah, I get Power Gem Chip to throw it out. At that play right there, you can pause. I don't really know if that was my best. Like, it wasn't that bad of a play. It's just like, if I went into Hippo, I was losing HP with Toxic and all of that. And he could have switched out, and then I lost more HP through Toxic, and then I have to switch out and then switch back in on Rocks, and it's just like, my Hippo wasn't going to really be doing much. So I was just like, let me just throw out the Nihilego for the Power Gem damage, basically render this thing useless.
I agree with
And-
that play though. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Heligo
it's-
did its job.
Yeah, it did its job, right? So
You
I
didn't
applied
need
the
it
momentum.
anymore, Yeah. And then you
So
can just
basically
trap
not
it
allowed
with Magneton.
Yeah,
that's,
try
that's
going to
the
Mag
Aggron.
here.
It's like
Trap
you traded your Nihilego for rocks, a T-Spike, and his Aggron. So like,
Oh yeah, it was definitely a plus.
yeah,
Yeah, so I Volt Switch out here, Agon dies, and then I think I go into Lottie, yeah, because it's my fastest Mon, Scarf. And if I wanted him to bring out Floor just because I wanted to scout for the Heal Bell. He had it in the previous games, but I wanted to see if he had it here. So I believe that is, I think I lose this play here.
Yeah.
So he gets me on this one. So he Moonblasts on my trick.
but now
So
he's
I lose
locked
my
into
Lottie
unless
right here.
You'll
Yeah.
die to that. Interesting.
Yeah, so I die, I
Okay.
lose my Lottie there, which is a questionable play, but
And then the
I was
Magneton
like, as long
dies.
as I've
That's what I'm
hindered this
talking
thing.
about.
Yeah, as long as I've hindered it, it's fine. So I think, yeah, I go into Mag here, and then I do a miscalc.
Yeah, Yeah,
send out my
that's what that
ball, it
looked
just
like.
dies. Yeah, it was definitely a misplay. So I die. I think he had a high roll there actually, but I didn't bother to calc it. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, fine. He kills me, and then I'm like, okay, this is fine. The floor just is low, and I'm down 5-3, but this is turn 21. I'm like, all right, I can go into bat, and I'll kill this with. I'm fully offensive. I'll kill it with a Brave Bird. So that's exactly
Yeah,
what I
so
do.
as soon as his floor just goes down, Sceptile goes in.
Yeah. Provided that he's not double scarf, because I was fearing a double scarf on that lobby, because I knew he was scarf crook, but I
Right.
wanted to make sure that he wasn't double scarf. So he goes into sweep in here, and I'm like, okay, this is actually great. He's gonna give me damage, and I'm gonna throw off my Z fly here. So that's exactly what happens. So I Z fly here on turn 22 or turn 23,
Yeah.
and the Suicune takes a lot of damage, and thankfully he doesn't burn me here, which is amazing. It allows
There
me
you
to
go, you
KO
get
next
another
turn.
hit.
Yeah, get another Brave Bird off. Actually, no, this is what happens. Yeah, this is what happens. So I double out into to Sceptile here.
Because it's most likely
On
Mono
the
Skull.
Yeah, because I wanted to I believe I wanted to set up a sub here. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the play that like I think won me the game because spoiler, my bad.
Yeah.
So I sub here because I wanted he's mono attack Skull. That's not going to be breaking my sub, and I want to be behind a sub just in case he's double scarf, and I can keep a sack if he wants to go in if he has double scarf, right?
Right.
So I sub up here, and then I kill it with Giga Drain, and then he reveals that his crook is scarf. Well, we obviously knew that before. So he Giga
Right.
Drains here on turn 26, then goes into crook, knocks me off, and then I Giga Drain the crook. Yeah, and then Lottie comes in, and I'm like, okay, well, I just kind of have to go for it. Like, I believe that he's not Scarf, so I just depulse he's not Scarf, and then that knocks him out. I think the max roll was 85, so... Or no, the min roll was 85, so... And then I kill that with depulse, and then I clean up with Mega Sceptile. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Boom.
nice one. How much does Ice Fang do to Lottie?
Ice Fang from fully offensive hitboard does like 45 to 50 if it's... if the Lottie's not running any HP investment.
So what, your max attack, adamant, max HP type of thing?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, it's a really funny set. It's like, it
Yeah.
catches people off guard. It's more for the like surprise factor. But yeah,
Right.
I ended up beating PDC in round 1, which was really fun.
Yeah. And one more question. Why Sceptile over Superior just for the speed?
Sceptile for speed, Dragon Stab, not having to lock or run Scarf to outspeed a lot of mons that can outspeed Superior. I like to...
But like if you're looking just for a sub-seed mon, you know? Then
Well,
I think Superior tends to do it better.
I actually did test around with this team. Like, I made a team I think about like 3 months ago.
Okay.
And I tested around with the Superior, but it didn't give me enough speed, and I was like, I don't have a Mega around with the team, so I was like, I might as well just throw on a Mega, grab a Dragon type attack, Dragon type typing on it, get a little more power on it, and be able to sub-seed as well as, because it's not that common of a set in UU, so
Right.
I was like, I can definitely catch some like Blissies or...
Mega
Because you'll be
Sceptile
surprised.
as a whole
Yeah.
is not that common.
Yeah, and like Leechies on the Blissies do, like it takes them
Yeah.
like as long as they're not soft boiled wish, then it does a lot, or not soft boiled wish. It just does a lot
Right.
with Leechies. Like I heal a lot, so it's a great set for those. So yeah, and it gives me Dragon Stab, which is needed obviously for that Lottie. Because if I was Superior there, I wouldn't have killed the Lottie and I wouldn't have killed the Como. So yeah, that was game 3, and yeah, it was fun.
And just like that, Justin moves on to round 2 of the UU Open, taking out
Yeah.
SPL player PDC. So yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys like this kind of video. It's it's a little new for me. I haven't done tournament narration before. Yeah, definitely go subscribe to Justin. He just started up his channel.
Gracias.
And if you want to see more of me, more of him, and more of UU, be sure to check out our live that's gonna go up relatively soon. We're about to record it right now, actually. So, yeah, that is gonna be it for me. Be sure to retweet, leave a like, and maybe even subscribe. But until next time, later, guys.